We can't deny that when BABYMONSTER made their debut, everyone was talking about them, but not all are giving compliments and praise. However, there is one point on which all parties may agree. Their debut song was not giving monster, and the song allegedly failed to give them the unique identity most netizens are coming for. Let's dive in and talk about the problem with BABYMONSTER and their alleged failed debut. Okay, cool, let's get started. As one may anticipate from a big three group, the group's debut was actually messier than planned. First, there was the entire survival program. Even though the group had been preparing for a few years, the firm still believed that placing them in a survival show would be the best course of action. The Last Evaluation, a program that aired in 2023, was recorded the year before and included 7 prospective members, all of whom made their debuts. BABYMONSTER members include Ruka, Farita, Asa, Ahyun, Rami, Rora, and Chiquita. However, because the show was shot a year earlier, people assumed that YG was holding off on making their debut until after the event concluded, when they anticipated the public becoming more familiar with the group. But with YG, you can always anticipate the unexpected. On December 30, 2022, a company published a poster titled YG Next Movement to formally unveil the group, and on New Year's Day, they uploaded a trailer-style video on YouTube. It received 15 million views in just 3 days, which was unsurprising given the circumstances. I mean, everyone was excited to see what this girl group had to offer because they were the first to make their YG debut since 2016. Blackpink's contracts were also about to expire. Therefore, YG needed to find a way to compensate for their departure, and they had all the resources to do so. There was no denying the girls' excellence. Additionally, YG has positioned the ladies as high-talented vocalists, citing publications that compared them more to YG vocal groups like Big Mama than to 21 or Blackpink. The company needed to play its cards correctly, and it would have a hit on their hands, knowing how much the public enjoyed vocal-heavy ensembles. Not to mention how a lot of K-nets were quick to acknowledge that the girls were talented, but they were unable to do that. The group was initially expected to make its public debut in the first part of 2023, but later it was said that they would do so sometime in the summer. Then it was September, but when the time arrived, YG eventually revealed that the debut has been postponed until November to provide greater quality. After hearing this, you would think that BABYMONSTER was going to have a song that would blow everyone away when they eventually took the stage. Not to mention that Yang Hyun-suk acknowledged that he organized many song camps with well-known international producers to gather songs for the debut of BABYMONSTER. He said that certain follow-up initiatives had been identified and were only beginning to be planned. Everyone was pretty excited, but the delay really spoiled the hype. Additionally, Ahyun, one of the most popular members of the group, left, which led to further issues. Yes, she is finally back, but before she was able to join the group once again, her departure caused a lot of mess. It's not her fault, and fans know that the controversy was YG's responsibility. There was pressure on BABYMONSTER and even YG to provide a fantastic first single to help the group overcome the problems. That is where Batter Up came in. As we talked about before, opinions on the song were divided, but most people thought it was awful. The music was disorganized, and rather than sounding like a new group, to some, it sounded more like a parody of a Blackpink song. Actually, we may assume that this was a song from a minor company with a tight budget, attempting to replicate the Blackpink sound if we didn't know that the song was by YG. Additionally, the members' vocal prowess was not adequately displayed in their debut, making it difficult for an outsider to discern that they were skilled singers. The group's debut fell short of demonstrating their individuality as anything more than YG artists. The fact that other companies have been experimenting with new ideas for their groups to help them stand out among the many groups that make their debuts every year made it even more frustrating. While everyone was expecting BABYMONSTER to debut something new and unique, it appeared that the company was trying to capitalize on nostalgia, given the present state of affairs with Blackpink, by releasing a very classic YG-sounding song. Regrettably, that wasn't well received by the general public. Some people even think that if the song hadn't been released with such a long wait, it might have been better received. Additionally, By having them film on the same settings used in the Blackpink music videos, it appeared as though the music video was pulled together at the last minute. It doesn't exactly have that same impact when teens with no stage or camera experience apply the same concept. The company required skilled and experienced women to engage the audience properly, and the girls appear to have been dressed as grown-ups for a cosplay event, sporting their mother's clothing. All in all, the song gave everyone a terrible taste in their mouths. It had YG all over it, even though it was meant to be a vocal-heavy song made by well-known overseas producers. The cheesy rap lyrics, the disjointed tempo, and the dance that didn't fit the song's tone, as well as the idea of forced girl crushes on cute youths. It really ruined the whole image of the group. At least, that's what most K-nets thought. Plus, not only did the song not chart anywhere in Korea, but YG also revealed that the members will not be doing any music show promotion. If that's not a self-sabotage, then I don't know what. YG claims that their current priorities are working on the next songs and preparing for promotions. But that did not happen. There are no articles, news releases, or showcases. There are no timetables for music shows. They said that it appears as though they released a pre-debut single rather than their debut song, because there hasn't been any marketing at all. Many fans also assumed that YG was only waiting for Ah-hyun to finally return and release a song that would eventually give the group their identity and the hype that they deserved. But was that the case? On April 1st, 2023, YG released the music video for BABYMONSTER's Sheesh, which was the most anticipated re-debut of the group together with Ah-hyun. Before the release of the video, there had been some negative responses as well, most of which revolved around comparisons to Blackpink. However, BABYMONSTER's real issue is that, until they do, it will be difficult for them to establish their own identity in K-pop, and watching the conversation around them may be the most fascinating aspect of their existence and this comeback. This is because YGE still doesn't seem intent on giving them that opportunity. The girls will always be dubbed mere copies because of how YG managed them. We really can't blame netizens for this though. Because of Blackpink's immense popularity, it's understandable that anyone who comes after them will be overshadowed, no matter what. Another problem that fans are concerned about is the potential of releasing new songs. Although new music has been promised, it's quite doubtful that the group will deliver on those promises. Remember that Winner would have released 2 additional songs following their debut, as stated by YG at the time. However, they took a 2-year pause and began work on the Exit project instead. However, the project was never completed. Let's discuss something other than Blackpink here. Blackpink ultimately released less than 40 songs in 7 years, despite YG's nearly monthly return announcements. Fans do not also like the re-debut concept for the girls. It seemed unnecessary, knowing that the reason for Ah-hyun's absence from Batter Up was health issues, and she was not kicked out of the group, so having this release labeled as a re-debut is quite confusing. What's even worse is that some employees working for YGE are saying that there's no way YG will give BABYMONSTER a fresh new image. Employees' reviews of the organization indicate that those in charge of making important choices frequently break the rules and appear disengaged. They also have trouble adhering to deadlines and becoming overly interested in little tasks like producing short videos. It's difficult to alter your mind there, the employee said. Therefore, it appears difficult to attempt new things or to keep up with what people demand. Nonetheless, it's frustrating to see BABYMONSTER's situation right now, knowing that they had trained long and hard for their debut, only to end up getting sabotaged by their own company is unacceptable. They even postponed their debut, giving them a dull song that showcased none of the skills that they had honed over the years of training. But despite this, BABYMONSTER fans are still hoping for a proper comeback for the girls. So, what do you think about BABYMONSTER's latest song, Sheesh? And what do you think YG will do to properly address the problems fans are pointing out? Share your thoughts in the comments below, and see you in the next video.